Hello, and welcome to another LGC hardware review, overview, whatever you want to call it. This, right here, is a big old slab of aluminum that we're going to throw our criticism at. No, it's not. As you can see, or probably guess from the logo, this is a KDE Slimbook. It's a 13-inch laptop that comes with an i7, or at least this particular review unit comes with an i7 6600U, 2.6 GHz with up to 3.4 GHz turbo. It has 16 gigabytes of DDR3, 1600 MHz RAM. It has an MSATA Samsung 850 EVO 500 gig SSD. The battery is according to the website, is a 6800 milliamp battery. It's non-removable. It's actually, you cannot remove anything from this laptop, as you can see, unless you happen to have a Torx screwdriver lying around. You can open it with one hand. That's pretty neat. The screen, let's see if I can find a position to show it to you. Oh, you can see my lighting. This is a 1080p 13-inch screen. The screen has some very glaring light bleed. Not entirely sure if this would be an issue that all the Slimbooks have. If you're in a dark room typing, you could actually see the light bleed being reflected off of your fingernails. That's how bad it is. Keyboard is pretty bad. Like, really bad. You can already see just by looking at it, all the keys are oddly and very far apart. Power button is where the delete button should be. The delete button is down here. So let's talk about actual performance numbers. The KDE Slimbook 13-inch manages to fit very neatly in between my Lenovo B5080 and the Entroware Kratos. As far as performance goes, obviously, this is much smaller than either of those. In Geekbench, both single and multi-threaded tests, the Slimbook ended up halfway between the two. Unigine Heaven and Unigine Superposition, pretty much the same. As far as the video games themselves go, in Dirt Rally and the Talos Principle, OpenGL, obviously, the Slimbook kinda sorta matched the performance of the other two, since they also have Intel GPUs. Oh, a little bit of neat stuff when it comes to this laptop. There's a fan in here. This laptop is actively cooled, but you don't see any vents. So how does the air come in? Why is there a fan if the air can't come in or go out from the unit? Well, look here. See there? Those little holes on the bottom part of the unit just past the hinge? Those are the air intakes and outtakes. That's how the active cooling works. Now, let's talk ports before we get out of here. We have, on this side, we have the power inlet, USB 3.0. This is a mini HDMI. Actually, this is, if I'm not mistaken, yes, this is the Ethernet port. Don't believe me? Here's the dongle that goes in it. This is it. Now, on this side, we have another USB 3.0, a full-size SD card reader. I think it also reads MMCs. This is the headphone jack, and this teeny tiny hole, no, this is not a spec on screen, this is the actual microphone. Oh, yes, there is also a webcam at the top of the screen on the inside. It's horrible. Don't use it, seriously. It's got really bad resolution. Just don't. And I guess just before we leave, the one thing to keep in mind is that they very clearly target the KDE Slimbook at the KDE community developers or enthusiasts. So if you are a big old KDE fanboy and you want to help their development, by all means, do get a Slimbook 13. I personally would not buy it. There are just far too many little quirks, and that keyboard is especially awful. And, well, the performance, while it's perfectly serviceable for the form factor that it has for almost 1,300 euros, or just over 11,000 pounds currently. 1,100 pounds currently. It's not a very good value when it comes to performance. It's just not. But hey, don't take my word for it. Go and have a look at the written review so you can get all the information and make your opinion better. So I am Pedro Mateus, and I'm out. Bye.